Hello everyone and welcome back to the SteemTrail Gaming News. Today is the 29th June of 2018. My name is Kralizec and I will be your host for the evening. Today we're going to take a look at two stories. First, we're going to take a look at Halo as it is coming to your TV screens. And secondly, is Google making their own console? Maybe. But let's go back to Halo as it finally, officially is coming to our televisions. So this is sort of a continuation of a story that actually broke back in 2013, where there were first speculations about Halo coming to the TVs, that it should be actually a show produced by no other than Steven Spielberg. But then it sort of fell out of radar, but now we have an official confirmation that Halo is coming to the market. It's going to be a live-action television show that is going to run on Showtime. It will have 10 episodes, and Kyle Killen, who worked on Awake, will serve as the executive producer, writer, and showrunner. So yeah, this is pretty amazing. It will still take some time before we actually see this in our TVs, as production is set to start sometime early 2019. So I'm going to guess we will see this probably 2020, maybe even later, who knows. But yeah, this is just freaking amazing. I've been talking sometime about the fact that I do want to see games be the next big things when it comes to movies. And I know this is not a movie, this is just a TV show. Everybody has to start somewhere. And Halo is actually a decent choice. It wouldn't be my first choice, to be honest, but who gives a damn? If it will be successful, if it will bring more money towards gaming, TV series, movies, etc., etc., and start to push them into the mainstream, I'm freaking happy. I don't give a shit that it's Halo. And I will watch the shit out of this. And hopefully it will be good. I really do. What we do know is that it will take place in the universe where the humanity is battling an alien threat known as the Covenant, which is the universe that first came out back in 2001. And in general, this just means that we're going back to the roots of Halo. The big question is how well it will be executed, pretty obviously. Will it be executed well? Will it suck? Who knows? We don't certainly at this moment, but we can hope that it will work as well as it can. The Showtime president and CEO David Nevis said, "Halo is our most ambitious series ever, and we expect audiences who have been anticipating it for years to be thoroughly rewarded. Vision of Halo will enthrall fans of the game while also drawing the uninitiated into a world of complex characters that populate this unique universe." Also, the head of Halo Transmedia at 343 Industry, Kiki Wolfkill, said, "The TV series will represent new and exciting ways for fans to enter and engage with the Halo universe. As we think about what it means to bring video game franchises to movie or TV, the biggest challenge can often be finding the right balance between moments that fans have already experienced and moments that have yet to be experienced through a different medium, perspective, or creative lens. We're excited to navigate these creative waters to bring you something that is both respectful of what you already know and love, but also new and surprising and enthralling." Yeah, that's exactly what we want from you. We want something that takes us back to the days when we were just children and we nostalgically yearn for these, you know? Back in 2001, I was freaking 11 years old. That's insane. And I'm not a fan of Halo. I'm not a console peasant, but if Halo is successful, I'm pretty sure that other companies might want to try to dip their toes in the gaming market, try to bring some of the gaming worlds that we know and love to the TV screens. I've been long time advocating, I want to see the Elder Scrolls. Just make it like a series about an adventurer who travels the worlds of the Elder Scrolls and just, you know, has a different adventure every episode. That would be perfect. Make it like Star Trek, but within a fantasy realm. It could work 100%. He could be a warrior. He could be a mage. It doesn't matter. It could be even a party of friends who just travel around the world. One of them being a warrior, one of them being a mage, one of them being an archer, one of them being the jerkish stealth guy who almost backstabs everyone. And they just keep on doing all the shit we adventurers love to do. And you'd have to have somebody get shot in the knee. That's for sure. Doesn't matter whether it's metaphorically, because if you don't know, getting shot in the knee means that you're getting married. But seriously, make this happen. Make it be amazing. And hopefully others will follow suit. And we will get to see more great gaming worlds appear on either the big screen or the small screen as well. And our second piece of news take us to the biggest company in the world, or one of the biggest one, probably the one that has most information about you, Google. As a new report suggests that Google is developing their own gaming console. What? Really? Are they? That's certainly fascinating. So, this isn't the first rumor that has come out of Google. Just a few months ago, there were rumors about Google developing their own game streaming service. But now it seems that they have actually taken an interest in gaming, as a new report suggests that they are really planning to release a platform that could rival both the PlayStation and the Xbox. So this is according to Kotaku, actually. We obviously don't have many specifics, but it seems that people at Kotaku have heard that there are some plans to involve the streaming platform, some type of hardware, and the company has a desire to acquire game developers, either by just recruiting them or just, you know, buying them out. And this report has been based on information based off 5 different sources who have either been briefed on Google's plans or heard about them from secondhand information. Sadly, we don't really have much else information. This is pretty much all we know, but I think this is certainly a possibility. Google has been trying to push their Chrome OS as an alternative to Windows for quite some time now, actually. Not particularly successfully, at least not here in Europe, to say the least. But I think that has been at least in part because the fact that the platform lacks in really quality games. And I'm not saying Android doesn't have quality games, but many of those do not work on Chrome OS. And even those that do work aren't usually that great. Thus, Google trying to work around this by saying, you know what, we're first going to develop a console so we have games that could bring people to our platform, and the platform will be fully connected with Chrome OS. So you could browse the internet from the console, you could play videos on YouTube, you could stream movies from Netflix, you know, all the stuff that your basic user does. That could actually work out really well for them. Be sure the console has some decent hardware, can run good games. Be sure to actually secure all the upcoming big titles. And you're pretty much set, because right now, I do believe that at least a large portion of the Windows user base is sticking with it just because they're used to it. But many of them are actually pretty much used to Android, at least for the time being as well, because they use it on their cell phones, or they at the very least use iOS. And the control schemes between Android and iOS aren't that different, to be honest. And giving us an option to go from Android to Chrome OS to get all the purchases we have on Android and just migrate to Chrome OS, I think that could bring in a lot of users. And I personally would love to see another big competitor on the operating systems market, because right now there's Windows, nothing, Linux and iOS and Mac OS. And there's just a huge gap. And I know Linux people will come out and say, but Linux does everything. No, it doesn't. If you want to play games, Linux is really out of the question for you. Whether you like it or not, Linux is not an option for gamers. But Google, with their funds, could actually secure enough support from game developers to have games on their system. They don't need to have exclusives. Oh, for God's sakes, please don't try to go for exclusives. Just get the big titles that the majority want to play. Get Valve on board so the majority of the games that are on Steam are supported by you. Then you have a fighting chance. But if you try to go the same route Sony goes and Nintendo goes, that will be a much harder and steeper battle for you. But you trying to become an alternative to Windows, that's where you might actually succeed, if done properly. And with that being said, that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please consider giving us a thumbs up here on YouTube and subscribing to the channel. If you're watching on Steam, maybe you want to give us an upvote and follow the blog. Either way, be sure to leave a comment and be sure to tune in tomorrow for more gaming content, as we are a source of daily gaming news every single day. See you guys later with more gaming content.